guys. In this video, I wanted to go over the next Zodiac sign, and that is the Leo. The animal that represents the Leo is, of course, the lion. And the dates that lie for the Leo are July 23rd through August 22nd. But like all zodiac signs, these dates are also quite questionable. The element for Leo is fire, and it is also a fixed zodiac sign. Its colors are usually gold, yellow, or orange, but gold is usually the main representation for Leo. Of course. Now, the zodiac signs that Leo is compatible to are going to be Gemini, Aries, Aquarius, Libra, and Sagittarius. Very interesting. The main reason why it is this way is because most Leos are compatible with those that have sort of a likeness. So Leos like other powerful signs. And that's also why Aries and Sagittarius, which are also fire signs, are included in this compatibility. Now, as far as characteristics are concerned, Leos are very creative, passionate, and generous. They can be quite confident and humorous as well, but always in a positive light, very cheerful. But one thing that can get out of hand is their arrogance and stubbornness. Sometimes they're self-centered and could be lazy, but they're definitely still a hardworking sign for their own ego, I suppose. So sometimes they can be inflexible, but for the most part, they're great leaders. Now, let's get down to the details of the Leo. So when it comes to love and sex, they're very generous towards their lover. Pretty much they kind of, radiate off of their willing to help, or they're willing to make their lover feel good. So it's kind of a very dominant, driven sign. They also are very confident with their feelings, so as far as showing feelings without restraint or embarrassment, quite often with Leos, they don't seem as though they are, not even their first time loving or experimenting with things. They don't seem inexperienced, but they might be. But because the confidence is so big, most people don't really see it. It could come off as arrogant for some, but for others, it could be very good thing, that is just a strong person. And like I said before, they also need a partner on the same intellectual and sexual scale. Oftentimes, this isn't like Aries, most Aries like a partner on a lower scale, because they like to be the dominant. But with Leo, they will also like their partner to be dominant as well, so that's why they're also very challenging and also very energetic. Okay, now when it comes to friends and family, they are very faithful and loyal, and they take this seriously. The same way that Scorpios take faithfulness and loyalty seriously, Leos do as well. But in my opinion, of course, Scorpios take it a little more seriously than Leos, but that's debatable. They have a huge love for helping others, as I said before. This is a big thing, actually. Most of the time, Leos don't feel powerful if they don't have the ability to assist or the ability to help someone in need, which is a very, very nice quality, of course. But sometimes it can get a bit out of hand. Sometimes a Leo might, feel like someone needs help, but they don't want it, but still persist. But then again, other times, there might be someone that really, really, really needs help, but no one else will help them. Usually a Leo will step in. So, this is kind of like a give or take. Also, helping others kind of gives them a sense of self-esteem. So it's not just helping the person, but also, understanding that it's not just about virtue, but also a give or take, or a process in which they can also get positivity out of it, and not just helping someone just to help them. And this also can be, of course, like I said, a good or bad thing. Sometimes they could have trouble finding friends, with the same energetic pace, because they often move too fast. Or they might mistake someone for a weaker version of themselves, but in fact they might be just as strong. But again, because they move too fast, they usually can't figure it out. So it's not even just that there isn't a lot of strong people, but because they move so fast, it's very hard for them to settle and actually get to know someone sometimes. They're very, very independent, of course, as you could guess, and they usually runs in a string of trouble accepting help. So it's funny, I know, someone who loves helping can accept help, but that's usually the case with Leos, is that it is hard for them to accept help. But that is also all the other fire signs. Most fire signs, you have the stubbornness of, I can do it myself kind of personality. Me, myself, I am an Aries, so I can definitely say that I personally don't feel great about getting help as well. So even though I don't really believe too much in these zodiac signs, there can be some correlations that do make sense, but for the most part, that's one of the big ones as well. The not accepting, being able to accept help and whatnot. Alright, let's move on to career and money. Now, the Leo is always busy and persistent, so as far as getting work done, that's usually not a problem. Sometimes, how a lot of people in interviews say that they work too hard. They kind of use that as like a positive, negative quality, but this is very true when it comes to the Leo. They're creative and optimistic, however, so this does give them an upper hand, and even if they do work very hard, it's usually a positive outlook as far as like creativity and optimistic, so it's usually not very draining for a Leo. But one thing that kind of is weird is that they do love to be their own boss. So quite bossy, of course, with the arrogance in mind, but it's kind of like, of course, they often like, more modern and trendy things, very, very fluid with evolution and innovation. So you never really meet a Leo that can't adapt. Most fire signs are good at adapting, and air signs as well are good at adapting. Or not air, I'm sorry, air. Fire and air signs are usually good at adapting very well. But when it comes to, oh no, I did say that wrong. It's actually the fire and water signs are very good at adapting. My apologies. So this can really, this, the adapting, being a great boss and optimistic, creative person is like the perfect employee, but also like the worst boss. And yeah, that is pretty much it. That's all I have for the Leo. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm just gonna finish off by reading off the pros of the Leo. Creativity, passion, generosity,